Will Donald Trump agree to production cuts of U.S. oil with Saudi Arabia? He doesn't have to. They already know we're going to lose production in the United States. They know the U.S. oil and gas market very well, much better than Donald Trump could ever dream of. We've already lost over 260,000 barrels a day of oil production since Donald Trump took office. Yeah. And pretty much everything Donald Trump has done since he got into office is hurt the oil and gas industry. Tariffs on steel? That is a huge cost driver for the U.S. oil and gas industry. Going to foreign countries and asking them to increase production and hurting U.S. companies? Yeah. And listen, even if oil prices somehow find their way to remain stable through this, and they're not, they're going to fall. But even if oil stayed at $60, $65 for the rest of the year, we're still laying down drilling rigs. We're still cutting production. And that's because the people in this industry that control the money and how decisions are made don't trust Donald Trump as far as they can throw him. He might get up on the wrong side of the bed tomorrow and put tariffs on somebody or do some crazy stuff to completely bankrupt them. They remember his decisions in 2018 that completely crashed the U.S. oil market. And a lot of them are probably starting to think that all of this has been planned from the beginning. You know, how else do you explain OPEC doing nothing but cutting oil production through the entire Biden administration to artificially keep oil and gas prices as high as they possibly can? And the second Donald Trump gets reelected, thanks to OPEC, they're more than willing to increase production and bring down prices. And when you couple that with all of the business dealings Donald Trump has in the Middle East, and especially Saudi Arabia, golf courses, resorts, hotels, the billions to Jared Kushner, the jet from Qatar, just all of the things, all of the weapons deals, all of the businesses that Donald Trump has in the Middle East, and how close he is tied with Saudi Arabia, how could you not suspect that everything that happened the 4 years before Donald Trump got back in office wasn't planned? So keeping oil prices somewhat stable is super important and is going to be good news for U.S. producers, but it's not going to equate to people investing a lot of money in drilling new wells. That is not a thing. So oil production in the United States under the Trump administration is absolutely going to fall. It's going to happen. We don't have the backlog of wells that are drilled but uncompleted that we had under Donald Trump's first administration. That's the only way we were able to increase production. We had thousands of wells sitting that we just had to complete and get online that were left over from the huge crash at the end of the Obama administration. We don't have that anymore. So as soon as rig counts start declining, production follows, and both are already happening. And look at this. This is rig counts in Canada, and this specifically is Alberta. And they want to come here? But, you know, Canada is going to be much better off than we are because their wells don't have the decline rates that ours do. They produce much better for much longer, which means their break-even prices are lower. Yeah. So the United States will definitely lose significantly more oil production than Canada, and I would bet everything I own that our imports of oil from Saudi Arabia increase quite a bit under the Trump administration. You watch. It will happen. Thanks.